This is how I guide my students through the study of night by Elie Wiesel using a structured reading calendar and a creative one-pager project as our summative assessment. Here's what my assignment looks like for my students that I post on Google Classroom for them to help them guide their work. This is mostly just for show, as this is kind of done in class together, step by step. In class, we dedicate time each day to focus on a different aspect of the one-pager. For example, on day 1, we might just add the title and the author. On day 2, I'll ask my students to add 2 symbols and some analysis from their notes page. This is also what our Google Classroom looks like. So I put pictures of samples from students in the past. And if you want good work from your students, creating really awesome samples for them to look at will help them produce high-quality work. The key to any great novel study is a really structured reading calendar. This is a roadmap for our month-long journey with Night. Each day we focus on specific pages, and then each week we focus on specific themes. Here I am showing you all of the graphic organizers that we build throughout our time. And here's an evidence tracker, because regardless of what people said in the comments of my previous video, we actually write an essay together and we track evidence. Here's an example of our motif and theme page that we fill out together also as we are traveling through the book. We write themes and motifs together. All of these post-its are students adding ideas and bringing them up so we can dissect them and make them a little bit better. We discuss theme and motif. We talk about what they are, even though my students and I have already gone over them, and we write themes and motifs together. I also have these resources available for my students during our novel study: an audiobook, a PDF of the book, our reading calendar, and then links to other things they might need. And then I have a magic student room that is full of tools that I think my students would benefit from while they're working on these projects. Inside my magic school room, I have a Talk to Elie Wiesel chatbot, a Night quote support tool if they're looking for a specific quote, but they can't find it in their book, and then an analysis feedback tool. Here is us working on conflict and creating one of our conflict graphic organizers. And then my student wanted some feedback on his writing, and he wanted AI to proofread his conflict statement. AI gave him some options, some changes made, and I always tell students you can accept the changes or use your original idea. The reason I allow my students to use Magic Student by Magic School AI in class is because I can see everything that they're writing. This is what a Magic Student shell looks like from a teacher perspective. So I can see what my students are writing, I can see the feedback they're getting, and in my opinion, it's the safest and best way to introduce your students to AI tools while you're in the classroom. I love how I have such control. I also do one-pagers when we read The Outsiders as a whole class, and I do it with 6th graders when we read Percy Jackson or Greek Gods by Rick Riordan. I also give a Google Forms final for all of my novels. In addition to my 8th graders, we